Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. It's Paulie Esther here, and I have a couple of news items to tell you about. The first one being that the Blood Rush event is on right now. From now until March the 7th, every game of Dead by Daylight that you play, you're going to get a 1.5 times multiplier on the blood points that you earn in that game. This could come in handy if you're trying to accumulate a lot of blood points in preparation for the Ringu chapter, which will be released the day after this Blood Rush event ends on March the 8th. Now, concerning the release of that Ringu DLC, Sadako Rising, on March the 8th, keep in mind that every DLC in recent memory has come with a bonus cosmetic item if you buy the entire DLC. On release day, you will have the option to buy either Yoichi or Sadako for Auric cells, or both, but only by buying the DLC from your platform shop will you get the bonus cosmetic item. Past bonus cosmetic items have been like a different colored vest for Adam, Hellraiser, we had Charm, I believe, etc., etc. We had another colored shirt for Jonah in the artist chapter, different colored scarf for Zarina in Chains of Hate. So you're going to have to decide how important it is to you to get that bonus cosmetic item. If you think it means anything to you at all, I would suggest ordering the entire DLC from your platform shop. And if you're on Epic Games, there is an option when you buy any and all DLCs, even not even just for Dead by Daylight, anything that you buy on Epic Games, V-Bucks for Fortnite, for example, you have the ability to enter a creator tag in here to support a creator. And I'm part of this program, and I certainly would appreciate your support on anything that you would buy from this. It's just another way that you can help support my channel for something that you're going to buy anyway. So I would appreciate it if you would enter my name there on Sadako Rising Chapter Day. This is also a great value. I don't know if everybody, I don't think a lot of people are familiar with this or even realize that this exists. This is a charity pack. I think you get 26 creator cosmetics in here, yeah. And all the money goes to charity for the Brain and Behavior Foundation. So that's a good value. $5 and you get to support charity. All the money goes to charity. So I would recommend that. Anyway, moving on now. The other bit of news that we have about the Ringu chapter is that they have made some changes to Sadako and her mechanics in game. So let's read these notes here from changes from PTB to when the chapter goes live on March 8th. Okay, so clicking that link takes us to the official Dead by Daylight forums in this news section with the 5.6.0 post-PTB changes article. And it says, it's been a little over a week since Sadako crawled out of the well and into the public test build, and we've been watching closely to see how she performs. Now that we've had a chance to go through all your feedback, we've come up with a list of changes which we'll be implementing in time for the chapter's release. As a reminder, these are by no means the only changes the Onryo will ever see. Between the PTB and full release, we're mostly focused on smoothing out some of the rougher edges. As we've done with past chapters, we'll continue monitoring her performance over the coming months as she settles into the game before revisiting her to determine if further changes are needed. The Onryo. There are three aspects of the Onryo that we're addressing for the chapter's launch: her manifesting, her visibility, and her condemned mechanic. Additionally, we've made a number of changes to address photosensitivity concerns. Manifesting. The first of these changes involves speeding up the Onryo's manifesting and demanifesting speeds. Decreased manifest charge time to 1.5 seconds from 2.5. Decreased demanifest charge time to 1.5 seconds from 2.5. And smoothen the movement speed transition when manifesting. Put simply, these changes not only make her feel better to play, but also make manifesting and demanifesting more practical in a chase. That sounds terrifying. Visibility. While the Onryo is demanifested, she is intermittently visible within a 32-meter range, and survivors hear a lullaby rather than the terror radius. On more open maps, however, it can be easy to spot her sporadically appearing as she approaches. And with that in mind, we've made the following changes. Decreased max visible range while demanifested to 24 meters, was 32 meters. and decreased her terror radius to 24 meters, was 32 meters. Oh, I don't like that. Okay, it's going to be scary. While survivors will still know when the Onryo is near, they won't be able to spot her until she's much closer. And these changes will make her harder to keep track of her on maps with larger sight lines. Oh boy. She's going to be sneaky. Condemned. The Onryo's condemned mechanic allows her to instantly kill a survivor when their meter is full. Yeah, this is the mechanic that mimics the 7 days from the book and the movies, where you slowly fill up your meter up to 7, and then when you get to that point, she can just stop your heart, and she'll knock you down and stop your heart, and your game is over, whether you've been hooked or not. Survivors need to manage their condemned meter, otherwise risk an early death. While condemned kills aren't meant to happen often, we felt this mechanic was a little undertuned for the PTB, so we've made the following changes. Decrease the amount of condemned removed when inserting a tape to 3 segments, was 4 segments. Decrease the time taken to passively gain a condemned segment while holding a tape to 25 seconds from 30 seconds. And the add-on Yoichi's Fishing Net decreases the time taken to passively gain a condemned segment while holding a tape by 12%, was 20%. By making condemned accumulate faster and making it harder to remove, our goal is not necessarily to make condemned kills happen frequently, but rather make condemned something that survivors need to manage more closely. And lastly, we reduce the effect of Yoichi's Fishing Net add-on accordingly to match the change to the base time. So yeah, I felt like during the PTB that you didn't really have to pay that much attention to your condemned meter because it didn't build up that quickly. We even had some people who were playing Sadako who were doing like a lot of teleporting to TVs to try and add stacks to people to get them into condemned, and it still didn't accumulate very quickly. The ability to just go put in your tape and take away 4 segments of your condemned is a lot, so you can see that they reduced that. So this, I think this is a good change for her. It's going to make it so that it's not overpowerful, that she's just going to run around and getting condemned kills on everybody, but it is going to make survivors have to pay attention to that meter so that they don't put themselves in jeopardy. Definitely going to have to keep a closer eye on that condemned meter now with these changes. Photosensitivity. And lastly, we've seen some photosensitivity concerns with the Onryo's VFX, and in some cases, particularly on darker maps, some of her visuals can be jarring and hard on the eyes. And with that in mind, we've made the following adjustments. Reduce the intensity of the Onryo's attack VFX, reduce the intensity of the condemned VFX, both on the screen and on the survivor, and reduce the intensity of screen effects in the lobby, and improvements to the Onryo's Mini Mori transition. Oh, that's good. Yeah, it seems like that jump was really weird when she stops your heart. It looks strange. These changes are purely visual and do not impact balance at all. Okay. Parental guidance. I was like, wait a minute. We got some parental changes in here. They're talking about the perk. This is one of Yoichi's perks, parental guidance. Parental guidance is suggested. Dead by Daylight contains... Okay, never mind. Finally, we've adjusted parental guidance in time for the release. Decreased parental guidance's duration to up to 7 seconds. It was up to 10 seconds. This perk's effects lasted a little longer than we'd like in the PTB, so we toned it down slightly. This will still give survivors a chance to break away after getting a stun, but with a more appropriate duration. Each of the changes listed in this post will be available for the full release of the Sadako Rising chapter, and we look forward to seeing what you think, but in the meantime, please be wary of the creepy looking wells and unmarked tapes. The Dead by Daylight team. I don't know, is that really too strong at 7 seconds? I didn't think so, but I guess if there's no cooldown on this, you could keep getting stuns over and over again and getting that amount of time with no sounds and blood trails and things, right? I'm not sure. I don't know. I didn't think that was overpowered. But anyway, so that's what we have for you today. Let your blood rush in. Go get all those points from now until chapter release on March the 8th, and we'll see you out there in the fog. Thank you so very much for watching. Don't forget to take care of each other in and out of the fog, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
It's a Gen Rush life for us. It's a Gen Rush life for us. Set a hiding, we do gens. Set a randoms, we got friends. It's a Gen Rush life.